Hi there, good morning. Welcome to the Obachanchatter, and I'm here today to recap The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 16, Episode 2, Hot Dogs and Hot Mics. Okay, we left off where we begin where we left off where Shamir was asking Drew about Dennis. Are you and Dennis a couple or what's going on? So somebody said, you asking for why you asking for Porsha? And she was like, no, I'm asking because I had like three people come tell me that they saw Drew and Dennis all booed up in the club wearing matching outfits, holding hands. So I just want to know. So they cut to Cynthia who was in her confessional, and she's like, better nobody be up in here with my ex. Better not be with Peter who was in jail. Better not mess with my baby daddy because I don't want to see nobody wearing matching outfits with him or with Mike Hill. So I was like, girl, Cynthia, don't nobody want your man, and they don't have no money. So, or not enough. So they was asking Portia about it. She said, yeah, I remember that day because Portia Dennis called me and we was talking about Pilar and he mentioned something about coming to Drew's birthday party, but I had just washed my face. So I was just like, I ain't gonna go. I was like, you put on you wash your face that hard. So she didn't want to go. That was just an excuse, I believe. So she she says that he asked me to come to your birthday party, but I was like, washing my face. So the next day I got up and I seen a picture of you in the paper or pulled it up on Instagram or something, and I was like, ooh, she looked washed, and she was like washed. Drew was like washed. I didn't have on any makeup, so that's probably why. So I was like, why would you not have on makeup at your birthday party? And then of course the camera shows Drew at the party she had makeup on. I'm just like, she be lying about the dumbest shit. I would just say, I look washed. Damn. Get my money back from my makeup artist. I just would have said something. So anyway, she said the wash. I mean, I was saying the stress of going through a divorce. I know what that does to you, you know. So I was calling you, checking on you, make sure that you was okay. So she said. So Drew said, I did tell you that me and Dennis was working together. She said, no, you didn't. And he told me that he talked to you and you said it was okay. And she said, yeah, both of y'all need to stop lying on me because that's not nothing that I said. And then she turned around and she called. So anyway, Drew said I reached out to you on the phone. She said that you sent me a text, and one of the girls in the crowd said a text. That's not a text. So she said that that so Drew said that the hot dog man, what's his name, Dennis, had been helping her with the issues she'd been going through for a divorce because he's friends with Ralph too. So he'd been helping her and helping her with her music. And she said, and I went to the studio and I sung a song. The song was about you and Dennis, and he loved you. And I would never sleep with Dennis. I would never do anything like that to you. So Portia was like, well, let me just put that to the side because I think you're a low down, dirty individual. She said, and I thank you of that. I think that you, because I made you ambassador to Go Naked Hair, and you setting up photo shoots, and ain't running nothing by me, and this is my company, and that's what you're supposed to do. All that shit coming out her mouth is this: I don't want you with Dennis. Stay away from my baby daddy. That's all that shit coming out of her mouth. That's what she need to really. That's what she really saying. She's just saying it in a foreign language. All that bullshit. Can I break the fourth wall? So Portia look at the producer and she hollered across the room, can I break the fourth wall? And they was like, yeah, you can break the fourth wall. Go ahead. And she broke it with nothing. I thought she was gonna give us some juice. I don't even know what the fucking fourth wall was. You ain't tell. She's like, you ain't tell me nothing. You going behind my back to film with him. And she said, you can't tell me nothing because I saw the text. So they just going back and forth with it. And Drew just looking so shocked and surprised. And she know better. She know it didn't matter if you went to a doctor's appointment with Dennis, her ass is gonna have a fit because she don't want you to talk to him. And then she just Portia crazy. All that shit she done did, she got nerve to talk about what somebody doing or be concerned about it. So anyway, we're at Angela's house, and her husband, Mr. Charles, is throwing around pots and pans and shit because they got up to cook this morning. The kitchen wasn't clean, and he don't like that. The 17-year-old she cooked, and she didn't do something right. So anyway, Angela's talking to the 17-year-old, her daughter, about the party, about the white party. How was the party? And she's telling her, oh my God, so house is so nice. And he got a color and Charles don't want to hear that shit. I don't talk about them people. Have your own party. He sound a little, he a little bit of a hater. Don't talk, have your own party. So, she said, yeah, and we found out that Drew is talking to Porsha baby daddy or filming with him or something. They was arguing about that, and I don't want nothing with my ex. I don't want my ex to help me do nothing. I'm a self-made millionaire. She a consultant, and she's a consulting. So she buy up all these I guess real estate. She got 5 houses now that she remodeling and trying to sell. So she said, so I just said, I don't want no friends work with none of my exes. And he said, you work with one of your exes? She said, oh, so she was quiet. She just kind of laughed. So anyway, we see Portia and Kenya a site we didn't think we could see. And I guess they're doing something new this year, back like old school days, telling you the prices and what they driving in because they both came in Rolls Royces. Both of them, they 2022 models, so they're just a couple years old. They look fine, no, they look okay. So they bought. Oh, excuse me. Toya. Portia say they bonded her and Kenya bonded over motherhood. She says would change them. She said they too old to keep damn fighting, so they might as well make up. So she's talking to Ken. Ken said, you caught a cold. She said, yeah, girl. After you left, all of us jumped in the pool. And she said, you ain't pushed Jew in there? And she was like, girl, no. I ain't throw her in the pool. So Kenya said, yeah, when I went to see Drew, she was telling me about how old boy Dennis is helping her with music. And I was like, Dennis and music? I've never heard that before. I heard Dennis and hot dogs and buns and mustard and shit, but not with the music. And then Portia said, well, he did make a children's album for Pilar. So anyway, uh, Toya, what's her name? Portia tells us, I'm so sorry, sleepy. Portia tells us that she don't want him. She think it's dirty that oh my gosh, that Drew is trying to be film on their show, her platform with Drew, and she's like, hell no. Nah. And she said, I really was there for Drew. I protect her, and I want her to protect me, like she should. So anyway, Tia said, I saw you in the car. That Simon keep telling everybody he repoed, and she said, yeah, I spent the black in it. Yep. So what's her name? Kenny was like, how you make this motherfucker notification stop? Because every time you turn around, he is texting something to somebody talking about Simon. So she said they still was talking. So she was like, so I heard there was 5 wives. And she said, yeah, but the fifth, he had been married 5 times. I think the fourth one was a scam because they weren't really married. So he only was married 4 times. You ain't really been married. I don't get it. So she said, she knew that Portia says that she knows that Simon was for her because he read her book and he saw all the trauma, read all about all the trauma that she experienced with men, and Simon assured her that he could trust. She was safe with him, that he would protect her, and that he trusted her. So she said, it was just weird. Every time they go somewhere, it was an issue. She said, one time they was on the plane or something, and they was surrounded by the police. And she said she was asking him what's up, and Simon said that he was once stopped and he was in a stolen car, but he didn't know the car was stolen. So she relayed to Kenya that he had told her when you're an immigrant, you find yourself in trouble, they're always gonna be fucking with you. There's always gonna be an issue. So I seen Kenya nod her head yeah to that. So I don't know why she would know that. I don't know. So anyway, we with Kelly now. She's going to her new restaurant space that look like shit. It's supposed to open up in July, and she was saying that she had a restaurant that her husband had closed, her first one, and then she has another one that's open, and that's her only restaurant that she has open. She said she went somewhere on vacation or a wedding or something, and while she was there, her accountant called her. Her ex-husband had went and took 500, went to the business account, took $500,000 out of it. So she said she had to take him to court to get the money back. So while she was talking to us, when she was doing her little shit, the project manager came in. He told her that her project was in jeopardy, that she's behind the completion line, and the project manager to me is fine as fuck. So she's like, he said we need three things, but he never said the three things. He just said I guess the most important one was the build out. So you gotta do the build out for the restaurant. You gotta have permits and all that type of shit. So she said she got to do all this without no child support because her husband pay child support, but he only do it when it's court ordered, and then that's sporadic. And they showed a picture of her husband. Girl, what the fuck was wrong with you? He looked like a dust bucket. He ugly and he broke looking. You must have married somebody who wasn't in your economic bracket. So we go to Brittany, says she at home with Mike, and they such a weird fucking couple. They almost like brother and sister to me. So she said, I found that movie on Netflix. You want to watch it with me? Cause no phones. And he said, well, I don't know about no phone shit. So she started telling us that the reason time she got with her husband is that she married. He was a client. She said she wasn't gonna date her client, but she started dating him. So I said her household life is empty. So she said they are building their dream home. And she said once their first trip together went to Vegas, and she said before she went to Vegas, she said no sex. And she said they had a real good time. So her mom lives with them, and when she get this new house, she wanted to put her mother in there too, but she want to put her mother on separate floors because she said, you don't want my mama next to us, do you? And he was like, no, not really. Nobody want their mama next door to them, and to be sleeping with their husband for whatever reason. So the husband, he just feels some type of way because he don't look like he interested in building no goddamn house and having no baby. So anyway, she on him about this baby shit because he said, "Why we gotta talk about this right now?" She said, "Because it's a plan." Well, apparently they got married on Zoom during COVID, and I guess he thought he was gonna die or something, so he got married because he don't look like he wants to fuck with her. So she was telling us we having the baby. He said allegedly having the baby. So she said Mike has a son who is 15, and she said so he wants a girl. He wants to know how he would be as a girl dad. He gonna be how he is as a girl dad, like he is as a fucking husband. He ignoring you and not paying you no mind. I'm telling you. So she said she's gonna do IVF to make sure that they have a girl. I hope four fucking girls come out at one time. So her mother come downstairs and they gonna get in the sauna, and they asked him, and he was like, I don't want to get in the sauna with you and your mama. So she said, you right, this girl time, it's just gonna be us. And I said, so she said, I love you. He said, that's important. Not that I love you back or okay and then he said, yeah, that's important. So he act like she gets on his fucking nerves. I'm just gonna tell you, for real, for real. Um, then we got what do we have? So anyway, let me go back to the when it was at Shamir house because I got a whole page out of order. Like I said, her thing. Portia's thing is she don't want Drew to be filming with Dennis on this platform, and she was pissed off, like I said, that Drew set up a photo shoot. So Cynthia said, Cynthia was in there listening, and she was like, Drew done got caught in some lies. She'll tell you a lie. So anyway, when they still going back and forth, Shamia, how anybody wants some cake? Who want to have cake with me? She tell them to come downstairs. That's where they get in the pool. She tell them to come downstairs and have cake, and she thank everybody. And she just jumps in the fucking pool with Bubbles, and everybody else jumping there with her. So back at the house, Charles, Angela drinking wine, and she asked Charles if he wanted one. He wants something to drink. He said, "I don't want that. That's for women. It's too sweet. Only time you're supposed to drink wine is if you overseas or something. But nah." So Kelly let us know her new restaurant space is going to be what she her model for her franchise. And like I said, she got one at McDonia, and the one that was in chorus, her husband closed. I said the project manager was cute. I already told you that. So anyway, I'm back at Britt's house. So I had to put down here. The outside of her house is ugly as fuck, and mom's living there is oh, and then her mama do stay there. Someone wants to visit her surrogate. So we got Shamir. She went to visit her surrogate, Shadina, and she's with a surrogate agency with Jackie from fucking to medicine. Girl, I wouldn't go fuck with them. I find me somebody else. A bitch that think black women get off of want to get a lie when they pregnant, so they can just get off of work and stay home. Bitch, we pregnant. And if we got a lie to do, that's a damn shame. You see that they pregnant, why they can't come tell you, hey, I'm tired from work. I need a week off. My feet just hurt. My mental is off. They got a whole person growing inside them. You say, they like to pretend or they lie like they sick. I cannot stand Jackie's ass. And I don't consider her no doctor. So, Shamia and Shadina talk about her getting cancer because she was pregnant with Shiloh, which is Shamia's daughter, her baby that she had born. And the lady had cancer, so they had to get the baby out of there. So the baby, I don't know how far Shiloh was before she had her. I mean, how far in her pregnancy she was before she had to deliver. But that baby stayed in the ICU for a long time. Neonatal ICU, NICU, or whatever they call it. She was there for a long time because of this breast cancer, and Shamir was feeling bad because I didn't know this, that sometimes being pregnant can bring on breast cancer. It's gestational. You get gestational breast cancer. I'm like, damn, body just have all kinds of shit going on. So she said she felt like because she was having a baby for her. So then Shadeen would come back and say, maybe the cancer that was running through her treatment, whatever the fuck was going on, transferred over to Shiloh because she was carrying the baby for her. She was a surrogate. So they both kind of cried a little bit. And then we find out more. I like Shamia, but she don't fit the role they're trying to put her in. And the reason why I say this because she down to earth, but she too fucking down to earth. Sometimes you can be too fucking real that you just barely missed the mark. Like at her party when she got out of the pool, how she was doing shaking her ass, she was doing that twerking. And I was like, you look, you too big for that. You gotta grow. Like I'm not gonna. It's just certain things. She just don't. She don't make the mark for me. I really do like her, but if they're trying to center her around everybody else, I guess because she got the most money, the best house, and all that type of shit, it's not gonna work. Because to me, I don't get that she that girl. Not to me, but I like her. So anyway, we find out her story that she had had 7 rounds of IVF to try to have a baby. Fuck that. And she said her last pregnancy, she got pregnant. She was so excited, and she started feeling all this real sharp pain. So she drove herself to the emergency room. When she got there, she explained what's going on. They told her, "Hey, you got a lot of people ahead of you, So after she gave her case to the people, she went back to sit down in the wheelchair, and blood just went everywhere. So she was losing her baby. So Shadina was saying, "Yeah, your tube must have erupted." He was like, "Yeah." So I mean, I got a sadness in my heart for Shami and for her daughter. But I'm glad, even with this circumstance, she still wants to grow her family. And I believe that they are trying to find Shamia another surrogate. I don't know why she didn't tell me why she has issues having babies or with her, but 7 rounds of IVF, that's some shit right there. And I ain't never done it, but I ain't sticking myself in the stomach to handle that damn baby. I'm just telling you, if these three didn't come out wasn't made the way they were supposed to be or the normal way, we wouldn't have had none. So, Britt went to visit Kelly, and she brings her fucking dog. You come to my house, don't bring your dog now unless I know you coming. But I guess they real close. So she was talking about how she was in there trying to get her beauty sleep, and Mike over here in there watching TV all loud and shit. Netflix laughing. And I was like, this motherfucker must not have no job. She said, why this motherfucker ain't go in a different room? So like I said, their marriage seemed real weird to me. And she got her feet on her couch. This is the second time I'm seeing that. Keep your damn feet off my couch. Or ask me for some footies, then you can put your feet on my couch, especially if it's white. So she was Brittany told us that she had a courthouse wedding that she wasn't real happy about. And she said it was more important to be a wife than the wedding. And you could tell too, because my husband, like she didn't think she was going to get one. So she was going on about the shit with Drew. And she was like, well, she was going on about Drew, how, you know, when I had my wedding or whatever. She said some shit about whenever she do whatever, she not gonna be 3 hours late. She was referring to Porsha showing up at Shami's shit late, and that's supposed to be her best friend. So she said, "Do you see Kenya trying to start mess?" Kenya talking about how we was trying to start mess, and she was like, So we can already tell Brittany don't like Kenya for some reason. I don't know if it's because of the ring or what, but Kenya ain't do nothing wrong. Bitch, you ain't wearing no bang. We wear the band and the ring, and she didn't see no bang because you ain't got no bang. So she said. So Brittany said, I'm a pretty. She said I'm pretty. And people call me a mean girl, but you want to know I'm really sweet. But I was like, I don't think so. Because I heard this the end of the season, ain't nobody talking to your ass. So that's when, Kelly was saying her shit. She was like, I know you was going to do something. And I thought you talked to me when you was ready to talk to me about your divorce. She said, yeah, you know, this motherfucker, he was cheating. He took half a mil out of the business account. He was up in this motherfucker trying to punch me out. I'm sleeping in the closet. We calling the police, shit all physical. You know, she said, I'm still posting shit and I made it look glamorous, but it was hell up in this motherfucker. Like I said, I was sleeping in the closet. So we're just like, damn. So we got Drew, Shamia, Angela, going to the gym to work out. I think Drew got a trainer or whatever. And Drew said that her and Angela both from Chi-Town. They know each other for 3 years. They got kids the same age. So when her and Angela was talking, Drew said that the party took me back. She said, I'm just working with him. She said I had a lot of legends help me, and in my music career, but my shit ain't went nowhere. And Dennis came to me with a pitch, real professional and shit, and shit is moving. He came because he wanted me to open up for this. I got that. He campaigned for me, and we zipped it up, and that's what we doing. We all business. So she said he offered her something, the rest of them didn't. So So Drew started talking to Angela, and she started crying. She said, "Divorce is like a war," and it is. And she started crying. She said, "I go to the studio to sing to get that shit out because when I start talking about it, it crumbles me." So she said, "This motherfucker trying to take everything." She said, he want alimony." He wanted the houses. He wanted child support. I was like, damn, do you do anything, Ralph? So, as they talking, Shamia walks in and she was like, okay, time to drop it like Drew. Because, Drew had that bullshit that she was not dropping like no Drew. So, Angela started talking to Shamia about the party. And she was like, girl, you got me, caught me off guard when you asked, Drew if she was fucking Dennis. And she said, that's not what I asked her. She said, was you asking for Porsha? She said, I didn't ask for Porsha. I asked for me. So somebody said, did you ask her assistant? And I don't think that Shamia like that. So anyway, Bruce said, we hear, what's her name? We hear Drew say to, it's too many goddamn people. You hear Drew say in her confession to us that it do seem like Shamia is Portia's lapdog. So she said, look like to me like she's the lapdog. So anyway, Portia is taking PJ to a kid's own place where she can jump around, climb walls and shit, act crazy. And they show a man feet walking in, but we know it's Dennis. So they hug, and she seems like she fine. So she says they need to be close together because of what's going on with Simon. That Pilar needs to feel safe, and they need to pull together to make sure that the care that she needs is provided. Whatever the fuck you say. So she says she's talking to Dennis. So she says, so you say it's business, but she says more than that. She says that you are her savior or some shit. And he was like, what? So I said, why is Portia lying? That I mean, she said along the lines that he's like an angel and he helping her, but she trying to make. I think she's trying to get him to say, yeah, they having sex, even though she already asked Drew. I mean, Drew already told him that they wasn't. But she want to verify that with him. She doing that shit plain in the middle, like the shit she was saying to them. Stop lying to me. Both of y'all lying to me, to each other, on me. Stop lying on them so you can try to get to your point. Because he done told you that he not fucking with her like that. So anyway, she proceeds to tell him, hey, this is my territory. I don't want you filming with her on this because this is my shit. So he started having a fit and he was like, yo, we just working together, blah blah this and that and whatever. She was like, so she get up and she leave and she upset. So she started crying. She throw the daughter in there. I mean, what you gonna think, what your daughter gonna say when she see this? Girl, that girl ain't thinking about you or this, and by the time she do think about it, she ain't gonna think about it. That's what I'm saying. She don't give a fuck. You just trying to manipulate Dennis to make him do what you want to do now. It seemed like you still got feelings for him, and it seemed like he got feelings for you too. But Dennis not gonna fuck with you because he don't trust you. Because he told you in the little play zone thing, he was like, "Yo, I mean, I was hurting. You getting married? You having 16 weddings and shit. Well, and I'm around here looking crazy. I'm going to him, but that's because you wanted to. You really like Portia, but she done fucked you up so bad with her moves that you don't know what to do. And she know you really like her too, so that's why she trying to manipulate your ass like she is. And so once the part that so anyway, she had this breakdown, this crash out. She go in the bathroom, and I guess she talked to the cameraman and producer. She said, "Yeah, I'm so upset because what if they film together, him and Drew, and they just come out and they start talking?" I was like, "That's what it is. You don't want them to film because you don't want nothing to be said about you." If or Mad Day or whatever day, you don't want Dennis to do nothing. I ain't never heard him blast you out. And when he got something to say, I never heard Dennis talk bad to you about you to anybody. And if he ever had anything to say, he says it to your damn face because I done heard him say it. I ain't never heard whatever Dennis got some shit. He always said it to your face. I never heard him. You know, I never heard him. Let me see if this thing on. Yeah, I never heard him bad bad talker. And then I'm real surprised that you was trying to fight my motherfucking mama. I ain't dating you. I don't care if we got a baby. We'll see the baby. That's it. But I ain't. We're not fucking with you. Don't try to fight my mother. Well, my mother's deceased, but I ain't even gonna worry about it. You try to fight my mother, I'm gonna whoop your ass. I'm just gonna tell you. So, but she not here. She's resting. Her soul is resting. Amen. So, what else I gotta say about this? So, anyway, they get in the car, and I was like, "Where the fuck is in this car? Is he always driving Porsche car?" Because I think she was there already in the spot, and then he pulls up. Maybe he came in an Uber, because every time they go somewhere, this motherfucker is in the passenger seat. Glad when they first started dating, he would pick her up and he think he took her to a jewelry store. He was in his own car then, but why she always driving? So anyway, when they're in the car, she's still trying to manipulate him. And this one now she mad because the tears don't work. Film with it if you want to. You'll see. Doing that shit. It don't matter. With another housewife, you look crazy, bitch. You walked out a whole house with somebody's husband and a bottle and their Hennessy. I ain't never seen the bottle, but I hear everybody say it, so I just say it too. But I watched the episode. So you sound crazy. I don't want you filming with her, and you don't want her filming. You don't want them filming together because it's got something to do with you. You don't want Dennis or her to come out and say something about you on your. Or she said on my platform. So anyway, this was some bullshit. Cause all of them, when she started talking that shit about you a low down dirt, they all should have got up and just walked out and went downstairs and got some cake. Cause ain't nobody more low down and dirty than her. So I mean, it's a show, and they say people you got to do it because it's a show, but sometimes the morality got to start and stop somewhere, don't it? Fuck the show. The show ain't gonna last forever. Yeah, you got to. What you gonna tell your maker when you see him? It was a show. Nah, and to show your real shit kind of pop out on you. You know what I mean? So anyway, listen, you could have been anywhere but you was here with me, and I'm so grateful that you were. And I wish I was staying, and I had something to talk about because I gotta get ready to go to dialysis, and I fucking hate going to dialysis. Only because my machine, y'all know, is causing me problems. So I gotta get dialyzed. I was supposed to do it yesterday, and it's not good to skip. And did y'all know this? I'm just telling you, if you anybody on dialysis, that I didn't know this, that I watched John Oliver on HBO, little white English guy with glasses that said that that's banging on it and saying jokes and shit. And why I didn't like him because I didn't understand what he was saying. If his accent was too strong for me, but you gotta take your time to listen. And he said that the dialysis, people that start dialysis, that when we start dialysis, they should tell us to earnestly look for a transplant because dialysis usually only work on you only supposed to stay on dialysis like 5 or 6 years, and you are encouraged to get yourself a transplant because past that the machines ain't supposed to work no more. Well, so I guess my mother was lucky to be on dialysis for 29, 27, 29 years. That's a long time. She's been supposed to expire. So I still ain't really looking for no kidney, and the only reason why I'm not is because the older you get, the harder it is to recover from surgeries. And it seemed like when every time they cut me, it take me 2 years to get not even back to where I was to be. I don't even get back to where I was. I never do. So I got one more I think coming up. I got some hernias or something I gotta remove. I won't be. I'm not sure until I do my shit on the 18th. I gotta like some kind of test. This shit right here is killing me. I don't know why my core hurt. So anyway, I thank you for being here for 33 minutes and 51 seconds, and I love you. And I'll see you later with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Bye now.